For over 40 days now, attempts have been on to convince everyone that hijab protests were completely self-sustained and organic, fronted by girl students who were persecuted for flaunting their religious markers. Now we get you 3 sets of facts on Times Now that show that not only were these children actually provoked by groups like the PFI, but then this self-same group also tried to take advantage of the ongoing protests to try and instigate violence. These affiliates of the PFI and the original organization has been crafting the plot to drive a wedge and disrupt harmony on campuses. We'll get you testimonies that unmask that this propaganda machinery was working behind the scenes. Let's tell you how. First of all, the man joining the dots is none other than the additional SP of the district that was the epicenter of the hijab protests in Udupi.
ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಉಡುಪಿ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಹುಡುಗಿಯರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಫ್ರಂಟು ಅಥವಾ PFI ಲಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಿಂದೂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ABVP ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇದನ್ನ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಗ್ಯಾದರಿಂಗ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು ಅವ್ರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಏನಾದ್ರು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆಯಾ ಸರ್? ಈ ಹುಡುಗಿರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ PFIಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆಯಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ತಂದೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು PFIನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆ. PFI ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ.
ಓಕೆ, ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತ್ರನಾ? ಇನ್ನೂ ಯಾರೋ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ PFI ಲಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಸರ್?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಬ್ಬರದ್ದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಕಸಿನ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೈಡಿಂದನೂ ನೀವು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ತೊಗೊಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಂಘಟನೆ
ಹೌದು, ಬೋತ್ ಸೈಡ್ದು ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Now, it's not just the PFI or the Campus Front of India. The political arm of the PFI also finds mention for its members' role in trying to vitiate the atmosphere. Now, Times Now, remember, had got you details of how 2 men were arrested on Sunday when they turned up at the protest site where children were present, where these young girls in hijab were protesting and brandished knives outside that college in Kundapura. Now it has been brought to light that there were SDPI links to these men. One of the 2 men arrested is from the SDPI, and of the 3 who are currently absconding, one is a local SDPI leader.
So ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅನಧಿಕೃತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಯವರು ಒಬ್ಬರು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಯಾರೊಬ್ಬರು ಚಾಕು ತಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವನ ಜೇಬಲ್ ಚಾಕು ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನೇನಾದರೂ ಬೇರೆ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅವನನ್ನು ವಶಕ್ಕೆ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಕೇಸ್ ಕೂಡ ದಾಖಲು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ನು 3 ಜನ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಪತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಸರ್, ಒಬ್ಬರು ಇದರ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋರು ಯಾವುದೋ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಜೊತೆ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿವರಿಸ್ಬೋದು? ಯಾವ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಜೊತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇತ್ತು?
ಅವರು SDPI ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಈ ಅಕ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ SDPI ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ?
ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಇಫ್ತಿಕಾರ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ.
Now, don't be fooled into thinking that these radical outfits only try to exploit an ongoing protest. Speaking to Times Now, the principal of the Udupi Government College has confirmed that in fact these protests were not just fanned, encouraged and backed by the campus front. In fact, they were originated by the campus front, and the beginning of this entire plan dates back to October last year, and the campus front of India actively tried to indoctrinate and brainwash girls who had turned up for a protest which was organized by the ABVP. Subsequently, these children, pressure was brought upon these children, and then they were not only turned over towards the campus front of India, but in fact were encouraged to start making a demand that they will wear their hijab inside the classroom.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ 9th ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನನಗೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಒಂದು 4-5 ಜನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಲೇಡೀಸು, ಇವರ ಚಿಕ್ಕಮ್ಮ ಆಂಟಿ ಅಂತ ಏನಂತದ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಒಂದು 3-4 ಅಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನನಗೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ಅಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ, ನೀವು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಉರ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಸಲಾಮನ್ನ ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಕೆ ಉರ್ದು ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಬಿಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಆನಂತರ ಮತ್ತು ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ತುಳು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೇನಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ 3 ಅಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ABP ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಅಂತ. ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅವರ ಒಕ್ಕೂಟಗಳು ಏನಿದೆ, ಅವರ ಹಿತೈಷಿಗಳೇನಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ನಾವು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮಂದಿರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಒಕ್ಕೂಟ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು, ಒಕ್ಕೂಟಗಳೇನುಂಟು, ಉಡುಪಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಒಕ್ಕೂಟಗಳು, ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಒಕ್ಕೂಟ, ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಅವರ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದೇಶನದ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಹಿಜಾಬ್ನ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬರುವಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು.
In fact, now the BJP is seeking an NIA probe into the role that has been played by the Campus Front of India and its parent bodies into fanning these protests.
International conspiracy is there, that's all my doubt. So I told, so I am demanding the state government that high level committee, at least high level investigation has to be done. Why, otherwise it will continue in other things also. Hijab has happened, court has there, court will decide, it will resolve. Now day by day this Campus Front of India will start with the international this one, they will start another something there. So to prevent this we should do this. That is my demand. For that NIA investigation should be is a better investigation. What was my suggestion, and what the state government says or what the chief minister does, I have a faith on them.
All right, Charu Pragya of the BJP joins us along with Islamic scholar Shoaib Jamai. Shoaib Jamai, it was spoken of as a spontaneous protest, but you will concede that it seems orchestrated now, and it's the familiar suspect, the Campus Front of India.
BJP ruled its state. No wonder they will link these students, the common Muslim students with the hijab, who were just protesting or demanding to entry for the schools which were shut down abruptly for them, to any terrorist group or any radical group. No wonder. This is the history of the BJP ruled state. I don't understand if there is any compass front in the...
But sir, are you saying that the man who has been arrested for brandishing knife and is actually a member of the SDPI, he's been planted there by the BJP?
No. I'm saying that those girls were the students. Those girls were the students of the PUC college. The matter was only highlighted when their protest, when their demands were going for past 1 month.
Protest start.
Then
why did the protest start?
Have been joined.
No. Why did the protest start?
One thing to be very clear: if the ABVP is allowed to function in any college, why not Campus Front should be allowed
Everyone
to
should function.
in any college or
Everyone
campus?
should function.
Right.
My question is different. Why did the protest start? Tell me now, why did the protest start?
Padmaja, I'm
Yes.
not replying to you. I'm asking this question to the BJP, my fellow panelists.
But sir, I am the anchor. I will ask a question, then unfortunately that's the format of the debate. I will expect an answer.
I'm not answerable to you.
Why did the protest start?
Answer, na?
Yeah, please answer.
Even I didn't speak for a 20 second and you are continuously interrupting.
I will give you
and you are
non-stop 1
expecting
minute.
me
Just
to
answer me. Why did the
speak my
protest
mind.
start?
This is not fair, na? Either you do the debate with BJP only, set one side of narrative and don't bother to take the other perspective. Either you give me at least 1 or 2 minutes to speak my mind, what I want to say. I want to say a very simple thing. You see, those girls, the controversies between those girls and the college administration or the PUC administration. Then who are these men and girls of the same age with those saffron clad shawls?
No, it's not.
Who are
Again,
they?
Padmaja,
You
can I
asked
come in
why
now?
they
You
have
asked
been
for
instigated
uninterrupted
for
time,
is this
and I
not
gave
a
it to you
conspiracy?
to answer my question, but you did not.
Is
The
this
point
not a
is, sir,
conspiracy?
I have asked you
The
a simple
conspiracy lies with the
question. Why did the
BJP and
protest start?
ABVP.
Let me tell you why did the protest start. And this is not quoting
No.
the BJP. I will get... Okay,
there
let's
is
have...
no protest. The girls were just simply demanding to open the gate for them.
No.
So
No, sir. You are now giving a completely fact-free statement. What you are saying is absolutely incorrect factually.
In front of them.
No.
So the girls
You are making a fact-free generalization.
Not enter the PUC college.
No, that is not the case at all. That is not the case at all.
As a society,
Charu Pragya.
we are restricting the students
Sir,
with the hijab.
this is a very,
to
you are done
give
my
them
time to
education.
clear
Morality
PFI
of a
link.
country. Is this the
Sir, just-
morality of a
Sir,
nation?
just by shouting
As a
morality
nation,
really
we should
loudly.
speak. Where are we now? Why
Okay.
we give choice?
Okay, I'm going to request 30 seconds. You have full haq to choose hijab, kitab, everything. And that is why there are women currently who are sitting in classroom in many parts of the country, including Bihar and Tripura, wearing a hijab because the uniform says so. That's not the point at all. Charu Pragya, answer.
So let's answer this logically, Padmaja. Instead of shouting like my co-panelist, I'm going to put forward points to you. Very basic and very simple points. Point number one, all these girls signed an affidavit when they got admission to this junior college. Point number two, up till December 2021, none of them wanted to wear a hijab. In fact, many of these girls have been photographed in pizza parlors and ice cream places, absolutely happy and comfortable in regular young outfits, not wanting to wear a hijab at all. Point number three. Now, when this incident happens, there are actually radical Muslim outfits who are giving cash prizes to this girl for doing what? For instigating violence. Point number four, my co-panelist seems to have forgotten it. There was an action, and on that action there was a reaction. So when you keep pulling in the boys with saffron patkas, let me tell you what the Karnataka Education Minister said about it. The Education Minister said we have a law in place which mandates the uniform be followed, and I am not going to allow either a hijab, a saffron patka, a green patka or blue patka or anything which is not a part of the mandated uniform, full stop. And I think that's the perfectly logical and constitutional and legal stand to take. Again, I want to remind you that SIMI used to be a student organization which wanted to radicalize students in our country, which was banned by our government. That didn't happen during BJP government.
Sir Jamai.
I can go on, Padmaja. I've got more legal points.
Respected
He does not
co-panelist,
understand.
I respect your sentiment. I respect what you wear. I have full respect. So let me respond logically. Madam, these girls were wearing hijab from so many years or months. They were in the last leg of their academic
That is actually
year,
again
academic
factually
calendar.
incorrect, sir. I will show you a picture where
Please,
one
yes,
of the
give
students,
proof. I
Zainab
have picture.
Muskan, just a second.
You
Just
will
a second.
interfere
Zainab
when I
Muskan,
complete
who
my
is
sentence.
one of the 8 girls in Udupi who demanded that she be allowed to wear a hijab inside classroom, was in the ABVP protest minus a hijab. So 3 months ago, she was minus a hijab in an ABVP protest. Yes, she was.
I personally talked to the father of Muskan. I personally talked to
Sir,
her.
which Muskan are you talking about? Now first, this is what happens. No, when nobody is sure of facts. Which Muskan? You're talking about the little girl who was heckled? That Muskan you're talking about?
Those
Which
their
Muskan
college
are you talking
where
about?
these girl Muskan were hounded by the ABVP.
Yes, I am talking about a
and
different
those
Muskan.
boys with the saffron patka.
See, this is what happened.
Is this
Nobody
a right
knows.
thing to do?
Nobody
Don't
knows
you
the
think
facts.
It's a,
I will
it's
tell you
a
the
case
facts
of
now.
women harassment.
Padmaja.
Okay,
It's
just
a
a
case
second.
of harassment.
Again,
And the
we do
second
not
thing,
know
if
the
no,
sir, you do
Padmaja,
not know the
if
facts very
controversy-
respectfully.
Let me ask you.
Let me
if
set the facts
controversy is
straight.
between the college management and
It is not.
Padmaja, one
The
thing.
controversy
Just one
is created by a third
No,
organization.
controversy
Yes,
between
yes,
the
because
college
there is money
management
flowing in. Have you
and
failed to
these
notice
girls.
that?
Then why
Have you
is
failed to
ABVP
notice the
goons
links which
come
have been
at
unearthed?
party
No, stop
and
calling them
acting
goons.
as
By the way, the girl was not
These
touched.
girls have no
The
problem
girl was
with
not
those-
touched. Stop calling
those
them
boys of
goons.
the ABVP.
They were minding
These
their own
girls have
business.
no
If
problem
your
with
girl is
those
allowed to
girls
wear
who
what
have-
she wants, why are the boys
who
allowed to wear what they
saffron
want?
patka?
The law
Then
has
why
to be
they
equal
were
and same
instigated?
for everyone.
Because this is a
Stop screaming.
conspiracy by
Padmaja, can I
BJP and
please make another
RSS
very valid
to
point?
delete
Once
those
your
Okay,
co-panelists
I'm
are done talking.
unfortunately completely out of time, which is what happens when you have like a very specific issue that you want to talk about, that there are definite linkages on how one organization worked to provoke the protests and try and mislead the girls. Nobody wants to talk about it, but don't be sidetracked from the original issue. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much, both Charu Pragya, Shoaib Jamai, for joining me. Quick break.